Hey Physics 1, I am going to do a couple quick demonstrations here involving waves with the assistance of my two fantastic children. So my daughter Evelyn is on the camera and my son Isaac is on the other end of this spring. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to send some different wave pulses down this spring and back again. I'm going to show you two different kinds of waves. I'm going to show you a transverse wave and a longitudinal wave. Both waves that we're going to show today, any waves we're going to see through this spring, are going to be mechanical waves, which means that they travel through a medium. First thing I want to show you, a transverse wave. A transverse wave is going to involve our medium being bumped upward while our energy is moving forward. So here's a transverse wave. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to oscillate the medium upward, and now this wave pulse is going to travel along the length of the spring. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. All right, and hopefully you can see that energy travel back and forth along the spring. Evelyn, you can hold the camera still right now. Okay, I'm gonna do this one more time, but this time I'm gonna send the wave pulse down and Evelyn is gonna aim the camera towards Isaac at that end of the spring and gonna hold it there. And what I want you to do is watch what happens when this energy pulse hits a barrier, in this case, Isaac's hand. Okay? That wave pulse inverts and it reverses its trajectory back down the medium. Okay? You can see that wave travel from one point to the other. Evelyn, you can bring that camera back over here. Thank you very much. All right, so that wave pulse can travel along the medium. Notice the pulse bumps upward as the energy is moving forward. You can feel the spring hit you because it is providing energy. It hits with some momentum as that speed of the material runs into your hand. You can try this at home. If you have a spring at home or something like that, stretch it out, or like an elastic cord or something, and you can definitely see the same effect. I'm going to show you another type of wave now. This is a longitudinal wave. Longitudinal waves involve oscillation of our medium forward and back as our energy pulse moves forward and back. And so in order to make this occur, I'm going to introduce a section of compression in our spring. So I'm going to compress this region here, and now I'm going to send the wave pulse down the spring. Okay? I'm going to try that again. I'm going to compress the spring, and now I'm going to release it. And you can see that compression wave pass along the medium of the spring. It goes from one end to the other. Evelyn, do you want to turn your head so you can see the middle of the spring again? All right, let's send this compression wave down. That wave pulse is traveling through the medium. That energy is moving from one place to another, even though the spring itself is not changing its position. All right, so here's what we've looked at so far. We've looked at sending a transverse wave through a medium, and we've looked at sending a longitudinal wave through a medium. You can have multiple waves traveling at the same time. So I could send a wave pulse down and then send more wave pulses down. It'll tend to get a little bit chaotic because while this is happening, we're going to see constructive and destructive interference happening consistently throughout this system. Now, in general, if I send wave pulses back down and across the spring, it's just going to be a chaotic combination of waves. You can see this in the waves on a string simulation if you give it a try. So go to topics page, waves and sound, and you're going to see a waves on a string simulation. And that'll allow you to try this out. Put a fixed barrier at one end and see what happens when you send some random wave pulses down. The next step in understanding waves is going to be understanding standing waves. Standing waves occur when I send wave pulses down over and over and over and over again. I keep adding energy into the system. But if I oscillate this system and I cause the waves to happen at just the right frequency, I can generate what we call a standing wave. So Evelyn, I'm going to ask you to just put that camera right in the middle, and I'm going to generate just the right oscillation to have a standing wave. Isaac, keep your hand as still as possible. There we go. And now you can see there's one spot in the middle where our medium doesn't appear to be really moving much at all. We call that a node. If I change the oscillation speed, I might be able to get a different standing wave. We'll see. Sometimes it's a little bit tougher than others. Alright, so there I've got roughly 2 spots that tend to stay pretty stationary. Actually, I'm not sure I can get that. This one is easier, so I'm going to show this one. Got 1 stationary spot. Okay? This is a standing wave, where we have a wave pulse that's continually being passed up and down the medium, and as a result, we get constructive and destructive interference with that wave. A traveling wave is a single wave pulse, like this. It travels up and down that medium and can bounce back and forth. All right, I'm going to stop there, AP Physics 1. Hope that helped you understand types of waves and the difference between a traveling wave and a standing wave. Thanks.